What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another compilation. This video is going to be kind of all over the place. It's got a lot of good stuff in it though, so you're going to want to stick around to the end. If you're new here and you want to show support, you can leave a like, comment, or subscribe, stuff like that. We're about to get right to the video. Let's check it out.
Thought this image was very interesting. I seen this earlier on Facebook, and I had to share this with the people to get your opinion on it. I personally believe it. I believe they do use geometric shapes to actually bend this holographic light code simulation to their will. Terrence Howard actually made mention of straight lines and certain shapes and how these shapes weren't supposed to be in this particular realm, how everything initially was curvature. They spray the sky with chemtrails that are filled with barium and aluminum. If you look at barium on the periodic table of the elements, its initials read out BA. If you look up aluminum on the periodic table of the elements, its initials spells out AL. When you put them together, it's no coincidence that it spells out ball. These are things they do in the realm to amplify the satanic influence. These methods of approach and attack are all dark ritualistic practices from secret societies. They understand sacred geometry and things of that nature. They know how to attack us on an esoteric, magical level. The thing about it is I've seen certain people laughing and undermining it as if it's ridiculous or something of that nature. People with that ideology are sleeping on an enemy. They don't understand the depths of dark magic and things of that nature. They don't understand.
Because it could be good.
It is turning around.
Yeah, see, I told you it's trying to turn around.
Move. Probably the camera.
Why isn't it moving?
It keeps going in circles. It's something weird.
I wish I can zoom in closer.
Yeah.
Because this is crazy.
Use CapCut. You can zoom in.
Oh!
Stop, it just disappeared.
No, it just flew off.
Oh. Because Camilla had zoomed in.
What took it so long?
It stopped again.
Oh, yeah, now it's stuck again.
No,
Maybe
that's not real.
Do they do that?
Because Django's on me. Move it.
They're dangerous because
Why is this fan so messed up?
So, TikTok have banned my account. My big account with 217.7 thousand followers. Now, this video here and this video here are both still in review. Is the first appeal in review, so no ban. The second appeal here, still in review, so still no ban. This third one shows me how this video here was restored, but it's still included in account ban violations for no reason because it's restored. I've been paid big on that video, so that's not a ban. Again, this one still in review, no ban. This one still in review, no ban. TikTok are at the bollocks. They're just trying to get all of the truth off this app. And the funny thing about this is, they haven't even paid me for what they owe me. So they've just banned my account for no reason whatsoever, no legitimate reason, and kept all of the funds that they owe to me. Blow
That's
this
crazy.
up, make this video viral, and let's expose TikTok. And we need an audit as well. This is the account that they've just took. That is the account that they've just removed for no good reason and withheld all of the funds that account has made. Oh, and if you're not following my new account yet, this is the new account that I've made last week because we knew this was going to happen. So if you're not following my new account yet, come over and follow it. Then come onto my page and click this notification bell at the top and then click all so you don't miss none of my future uploads.
That is so crazy to me that these websites can literally just block your account and then not even pay you what they owe you. And I've noticed TikTok is starting to do that to a lot of content creators. They need to cut that shit out. If the moon matrix is real, I ain't letting it get me, that's for sure.
Watch this. This is a KFC commercial. It's not a game at all. What, you thought that was mud water? That's gravy. Yeah, the gravy you put on your mashed potatoes. Shh, shut up! It's not a game, guys. Look at this. Pay attention to this. What is going on? You're probably in a drive-thru right now. Yo, what are you about to do with him? What is this? You dipping him in gravy? Why are you doing that? Dude came out a whole fried chicken leg, bro. You hear me? Well, there you go, guys. KFC. Now you know I love this bucket of fried chicken. I shouldn't have to even say anything. Shh. This video is for entertainment purposes only. That's the new KFC commercial. And because of that commercial, I think I'm gonna go get me a bucket of fried chicken right now. Now, why in the world would they make a commercial like that? You know why? Because they want to let you know that. Come back. Get some more fried chicken. It's been a while. You haven't been there for a minute now. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think, but I'm in the drive-thru about to place my order. I gotta go.
The hell is this? Where is the spaghetti?
Why don't you go fuck yourself, Summer?
What?
What's wrong with Salisbury steaks? At least try them.
Holy shit, this is the best Salisbury steak I've ever had. Is it actually Salisbury steak?
Do you want to know or not?
No thanks.
Just so you know, it's really bad.
Whatever you say.
Seriously, I'm not kidding. I won't tell you, but I need you to know the truth is horrible, so that if you ever find out an accident, you can't blame me.
Now that's a deal.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you knew, you might kill yourselves. That's the last thing I'll say forever.
The following footage comes from a woman who was just filming a video regarding her haircut, literally. But what she doesn't realize is there's something behind her watching her through the window, and whatever it is, it doesn't look human. Take a look at this footage. Tell me what you think.
Nunca he sentido que me parezco a Dua Lipa, pero desde que me corté el cabello siento que me parezco muchísimo menos a Dua Lipa. Y es que muchísima gente me dice que me parezco a la Dua Lipa del 2018 más o menos, que tiene como el cabello cortito. Y me puse a ver fotos y nada que ver. O sea, ella se ve increíble, tenía el cabello súper bonito y yo parezco... No sé, o sea, ¿qué opinan ustedes? Nunca he sentido que me
Those eyes do not look normal.
Dua Lipa.
I don't care if that's contacts. Those ain't contacts.
Desde que me corté el cabello siento que me parezco
Then it just went all black.
menos a Dua Lipa. Y es que muchísima gente me dice que me parezco.
Hell no. I think all skateboard shoes do that though. I got some, I might have to try it out. I think it's because of how light they are and how heavy the soles are. Because skateboard shoes are really light. Seems like the whole world is on fire right now. Kinda sad.
Breaking news, people. Manchester, Cornwall, Scotland and Wales have all got massive wildfires. Now, I've been living in the UK my whole life. We don't suffer wildfires. In fact, if you check out wildfires in the UK, it says that 90% of them have to be man-made, i.e. arson attacks. But what does Scotland, Wales, Cornwall and Manchester all have in common, guys? I would like my clever old followers to just put it in the comments for anyone that doesn't know. Because This is a planned attack. It's literally burning all over the UK right now. We don't get wildfires in the UK. It's even saying on the news that the one in Scotland is definitely arson. Anyone in the UK knows that we are not hot enough to get wildfires. So what is going on, beautiful people? This was just for entertainment, and I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
I have never seen it this bad, and apparently it's going to get a lot worse. The whole world is on fire. What's going on? Because right now, as we speak, while you're watching this, every single country in the world is on fire. South Carolina, the Carolinas had their 5th fire in 1 month. Chile is having one of the worst fires it's ever had. You know that everyone is structuring their fire crews as if they see a whole bunch of big fires coming this year? Apparently they're expanding the size of their teams countrywide. This is Japan, on fire as well. This temple stood for 1,000 years until 2025 popped up. This is more of Chile, just straight up homes and neighborhoods burning down for no reason. And when I say no reason, I mean the ground has been getting water, the plants have been getting water, it's not hot outside, it's not even spring yet. This is another location on fire in Japan. So we got Japan, Chile, the US, Argentina, and hundreds of others, literal hundreds. But again, my biggest worry is the widening of all these fire teams in every single city. They see this coming. How could you not?
I looked up the map that shows like all the fires going on right now, and it's literally everywhere. It's actually insane. So if you're in any of those areas, make sure you guys stay safe out there. And for this time of year, it makes it especially crazy. Just imagine how bad it's going to get this summer. Yeah, that's not weird at all.
So this is off-brand from my usual content, but how could I not share what happened today? This is...
Oh yeah, that's an NPC right there. Like he even looked at it and just kept going. There was just nothing going on up there.
Every time we advance in technology, something bad happens right after that.
Watch this. New advancement in technology always precedes a pandemic. In 1986, we had the rollout of the alternating currents. And in 1989, we had the Russian flu. In 1917, we had the rollout of radio wave technology. And in 1917, we had the Spanish flu. In 1956, we had the rollout of remote TV controllers and atomic plants. And in 1957, we had the Asian flu. In 1981, we had the rollout of 1G internet technology. And in 1980, we had HIV. In 1992 was the rollout of 2G. And in 1992 was the influenza virus. 2001 to 2009 was the rollout of 3G internet technology. 2001 was the bird flu. 2009 to 2012 was the rollout of 4G internet technology. 2010 was the swine flu. And 2019 was the rollout of 5G internet technology.
And what happened after they rolled out 5G technology in 2019? What crazy virus broke out in 2020? Yeah, that one. As always, thank you for
COVID,
watching.
and
Let
I
me know what you
just
think in
got
the
it like
comments.
2 weeks
Stay
ago.
weird.
Take a look at this. Thousands of people in Serbia completely disbanded from this sonic boom or sound technology. I don't even know what this is, but I'm going to show you the raw footage in a second where you can hear how quiet the people were. And then you can hear this sound coming in and completely separating everyone. But you're looking at one of the biggest protests in the history of Serbia, where hundreds and thousands of people are coming together against the government, against corruption, remembering what happened when 15 people died when the canopy of the train station collapsed. They come together almost daily for 15 minutes in complete silence in remembrance of this. Officials of Serbia completely denied using a military-grade sonic weapon, but watch these clips very closely.
I don't see why they would use it. They're just Standing there in silence.
Has anybody seen Justin Bieber's Instagram? He posted shipping containers with a photo of a baby on a blanket underneath. Captioned, "I got anger issues too, but I want to grow and not react so much. Yo." In the same post, there's a picture of him as a child. And who remembers a few months back when there was demands to open the shipping containers? Look at the location, Diddy's house, and look what's right here. Look. Evergreen.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to. I'm probably gonna cut this tree down.
She was trying to be all cool and lean up against it.
Ow! It's a whole live current flowing through the gate.
Why would you touch it?
There's this one too, over here.
It's not too smart.
That's... wow.
Oh, I'd be so mad.
Oh my goodness. I called the emergency. They said to call leasing office. Leasing office said they're unavailable.
Oh my god.
That's wild right there.
So if the heat of the sun travels 93 million miles all the way to the Sahara Desert, don't you think it would be absolutely absurd to think that it couldn't travel another 4,000 miles to Antarctica where it's freezing? It's literally a difference of 0.0004%. Now make sure to stick around because I'm going to show you tangible evidence and extreme logic that's going to show you how everything works. So we're going to play a little game here. It's called What Makes More Sense? Now this is what the globe heads believe. The sun is 1,000,000 times bigger than the earth, 93 million miles away, and it's all about angles of incidence. That's how we experience night and day. That's how we experience seasons. This is why at the equator it's scorching hot, but only 4,000 miles away at the poles it's freezing. Because the angle of the earth. Now what makes more sense? This or what every single one of our ancient ancestors told us? The sun and the moon are the same size and the same distance away from the earth within the firmament above. Now check this out. This is the Gleason's map. This was the standard map of the world before the world elites came along. This is the flat earth map. And speaking of world elites, it is the exact same map that they use in the United Nations logo, with 33 sections marking 33 degrees to Freemasonry, because these parasites are all high-ranking Freemasons deceiving humanity. Now back to the Gleason's map, which is both scientifically and practically correct. Now take notice at the bottom portion of the map right here, it's going to explain the seasons. Now at the bottom of the map here, you'll see the December solstice. This is where the sun rotates more towards the south, on the outer perimeter of our stationary flat earth. And this is exactly what that looks like. So all the people in the middle experience winter. And on the other side of the map, we have the June solstice, where the sun rotates more towards the North Pole, which looks like this. So all the people in the middle experience summer. And then we have the fall equinox, which is in between summer and winter. Now you can validate this yourself by your own two eyes. In the summer, take notice of where the sun sets. I live in Canada. I watch where the sun sets in the summer. As the seasons progress towards the winter, the sun will set more south. This is the North Pole. Everything this way, this way, this way, it's all south. This is why compasses only point towards north, because it's the magnetic center of our stationary Earth. Earth is literally a torus field. Now this is how night and day works on the true model of Earth. It's just like the yin and the yang symbol. Everything was created in complete balance. The sun is masculine, the moon is feminine. Now ask yourself, what makes more sense to you, what I just explained or this absolute nonsense? The sun is 93 million miles away, 1,000,000 times bigger than the earth, and it's all about angles. You're a globetard if you believe that. Light only travels straight, guys. Even National Geographic is showing you perfectly parallel sun rays here. Yet this is actually what we observe with our own two eyes, perfectly angled rays all the time. The sun is clearly local, just like all of our ancestors told us. Use your own mind. These United Nations parasites, these satanic fucking worshipping people have been deceiving you your whole life. The truth will set you free.
We used to have these plasma bulbs, which look like little tornadoes. And then there was a plasma that was spinning in these bulbs. And I think that those bulbs used to be around, and they would also connect the people to a higher frequency or consciousness. And then as bulbs began to change, and they went to the Edison bulb, fluorescence and LEDs, then people started to change. Because as you know, you've studied it many times with the eyes. You know, the eyes are always taking in these frequencies, and they change the whole mind and the brain and everything. So if we tap into certain frequencies of even just color spectrums, then it probably starts to change all of us as one, and then can change the realm as a whole. You can go 8 million different ways with this, and we could probably talk for 10 hours, you know, but I just different things that kind of came to me over time. But the static event was really something, because even like 1859, they had this Carrington event where a lot of the technology like just cooked, you know, so it makes you wonder, like, who's experimenting with these things and doing these things.
The more I get into this, the more hysterical it gets. This is Quetzalcoatl. He's either some kind of giant thing here or a human, but he's pretty big to be eating a human. How big would that human be? Because Quetzalcoatl is on the East Coast. Actually, he is the East Coast. There's his head right there. He goes all the way up the East Coast. And his feathers are the green mountains up here. Feathers make things grow extremely green. You see that? Those are feathers. It's not just tectonic plate disruption or whatever you want to call it. Those are feathers. And they go all the way up to his feathered head. There's his shoulder and so forth. Comes all the way up, all the way around, all the way around. See his throat? There's his throat, goes all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and spits right out here. And I got some fabulous new information about this, about Quetzalcoatl and what he is discharging here into this area right here. Now, what is this? That's his headdress. Why is it so green? Well, because feathers make things grow green. And I have gone in and looked at the actual feathers. There's no question they're feathers. You can see the patterns. As a matter of fact, they affect the weather. I'm not kidding you. This is why he calls Tornado Alley. Well, guess why? Here's why right here.
I know a lot of y'all gonna say, man, this is AI or it's sped up. Nah, B. I don't need investigation on this shit. Bro, how many backflips you think this motherfucker doing? Listen to the sound in the background now. They keeping up. They counting in Chinese or Mandarin, whatever that is. They keeping up with it. Look. This is real life. I'm going to slow it down, dog. This is crazy, my boy. Look at this. Look. Bro, y'all count with me, man. I counted 60. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you listen closely, my man was counting in the back with it, bro. You know what I mean? Look at the people's mouth. Ain't nobody dying back there sped up. Only person sped up is Dog. And he like this. See, I'm from Gen X, man. We thought ninjas, these type of people was next level. Kung Fu masters. This is what we call him. That's a Kung Fu master right there, boy. You feel me? Able to do this? But them Asians is on a whole nother level, man. Their concentration is next level. While we out here worried about TikTok, they don't even got TikTok, boy. They out here doing this, starting at 5. Y'all comment below, man. This is Hood News Radio. Cheerio.
You better know that when you start to feel great, the demons are going to come out to play. And everything's perfect. They can smell the loosh. They can smell the light. They salvitate. They're fucking crazy, bro. Your ex will start to come by. How do you know? Because you'll get an alert that she just connected to your Wi-Fi.
I don't know how thousands of us are all having the same exact dream every night, and we seem to be visiting the same world, a consistent reality that feels more real than this reality. And if you want to know the picture that this comment is referring to, I'll throw it up right here. And I especially don't like this one theory that I read on the topic because I've lost a lot of sleep thinking about this. And basically they explain that because reality feels so much more real in these dream worlds, that perhaps that is the real world. We talk about these things as if we are accessing some sort of other dream realm from here, but what if it's the other way around? And what if this is a simulation being generated from what we are calling the mall world, which is this consistent dream space? What if everything that we are experiencing in this reality is actually just some sort of super complex video game that we are playing in the other world? And I don't know about you, but I have gone days and days in this other dream realm to the point where my day-to-day here feels like a blip on the map. I can't really talk about these dreams or simulation theory in general for too much without losing my mind, so I will leave it at that. But if you want to share something to add to this insanity, feel free.
Not what I asked you.
Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me.
Oh, this ain't about to go good. I can already tell.
Come out. I'm not afraid of you.
I would have been out of there right there.
You don't scare me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Come on out, pussy. Always trying to mess with me. Ooh! Oh, shit. No. Hell no. Hell no.
You see, he got scared real fast.
Where am I? I'm here. Where am I? Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that?
Oh, something grabbed his hair.
Nah, no.
When you really think about the flying, vortexing, heliocentric model, you begin to realize how stupid it really is. Since they try to obscure their actual beliefs, let me tell you what a ball-earther believes. They believe all of the planets, moons, asteroids, meteors, and satellites of our solar system are chasing after the sun that is flying around our galaxy at a speed of 514,000 miles per hour. This video isn't scaled properly, but if you scale it properly, with the sun having a diameter of just 1 centimeter on your computer screen, Pluto would then be outside your home 42 meters away from the sun. That's ridiculous. But what's even more crazy is the fact that they believe that all of the planets and moons of the solar system are all on this same plane of the sun as they chase after the sun. So, in a year time, the sun would have traveled in this left direction 4.5 billion miles in 1 year. However, planet Earth would have also traveled 4.5 billion miles chasing after the sun in the same left direction, but in addition, Earth would have simultaneously traveled up and down 584 million miles in an ellipse around the sun. If you're still struggling with the silliness of this, next time you're in a marathon, try sidestepping back and forth at great distances while simultaneously trying to keep up with the leader, and maybe you'll see the problem. Like I've said before, I don't care how many degrees you have. This is stupid. Ball earthers believe that a comet, like Halley's Comet, can get yanked back every 75 years and catch right back up with a zooming solar system right on schedule. That's stupid. They believe that even though the Earth is wobbling, spinning, and vortexing through the vacuum of space at insane speeds, that the North Star has never changed position in recorded history simply because it's really, really, really far away. That's stupid. They believe that all the wobbling, spinning, and vortexing through space cannot be felt, measured, or detected on Earth. Einstein himself said there was no optical experiment that can detect the Earth's motion. That's stupid. They believe that the moon appears reddish during a lunar eclipse because the sunrises and sunsets of the Earth are refracting onto the moon 234,000 miles away. That's stupid. They believe that a selenelian occurs because the sun and moon, which are both above the horizon, somehow aren't really there but only appear there because of refraction, which strangely only happens during a lunar eclipse. That's stupid. They believe that the sun and moon only appear to be the same size in our sky, based solely on an impossible coincidence. To understand the scale of this, for a tall 7'2" man representing the diameter of the sun, the ball earther would claim that the moon would have a mere diameter of the eraser on a pencil. But from our point of view on the Earth, the sun and moon only appear to have the same diameter based solely on a coincidence. That's stupid. They believe that during a solar eclipse that the shadow of the moon, which is supposed to have a diameter of 2,159 miles, casts a shadow on Earth that is only 70 miles in diameter. That's stupid. They believe that our pressurized atmosphere is adjacent to an inconceivably powerful vacuum without any effect whatsoever on our air supply or anything else. That's stupid. They believe that the Earth curves away from you at 8 inches per mile squared based on a ball Earth radius of 3,959 miles, and yet all the evidence demonstrates that we see way too far and there is no measurable curvature. An Earth radius of 3,959 miles? That's stupid. Whether you're at the surface filming across a body of water or in an airplane with an infrared camera, they believe that you can see way too far because the atmosphere has this magical ability to remove all evidence of the curvature and wraps distant objects around the curvature. That's stupid. They want you to believe that if you were to stand on the west side of Utah Lake with binoculars, that the opposite eastern shore 13 miles away should be 70 feet below the horizon. That's stupid. They believe that all of our oceans are bendy and conform to the shape of a ball, but these bendy oceans simply disappear whenever you try to measure or detect them, and are certainly never encountered by naval forces. That's stupid. They believe that the bulge of the Earth can disappear and relocate many miles further while leaving objects in between unaffected, like in this infamous Black Swan video from BMLSB 69. Relocating geometric horizons in Earth bulges while not affecting objects in between, that's stupid. They believe that the only way to tell whether a distant boat is actually a mirage is by the curvature calculator. No, that boat is not a mirage. That is stupid. They believe in the story of the lunar lander, which looks like it was shoddily made by a high school drama club, complete with black paper, tape, gold aluminum foil, and curtain rods, which somehow achieved speeds up to 4,000 miles per hour on descent and ascent, was never tested or flown on Earth, somehow didn't leave a blast crater, included enough room for a fold-up dune buggy, and had a miraculous air conditioning and fresh air system that could sustain life on the moon for more than 3 days. That's stupid. They believe those visible wires above the Apollo astronauts were only light reflections, and that the obvious vertical movie backdrops visible throughout the Apollo missions were actually real moon landscapes, despite the obvious line between the stage and the backdrop. That's stupid. They believe that the alleged ISS spaceship, which most certainly looks like a kid's model, which was never assembled on Earth for testing, is actually falling perpetually at 17,000 miles per hour in the vacuum of space. That's stupid. They believe that the unproven force of gravity from the moon pulls the oceans towards the moon but has no effect on anything else but the oceans. That's stupid. In addition to the alleged gravity of the moon pulling the oceans, they believe that the moon causes high tides on the opposite side of the Earth by causing the Earth to bounce, which bulges the oceans away from the moon. That's stupid. They believe that the bright moonlight that you can read from is actually a reflection of sunlight 234,000 miles away off of a dark gray dust ball, in total contradiction of the inverse square law of light. That's stupid. They believe in 19,287 space satellites, which are never photographed except for those ones attached to balloons.
That's a whole lot of stupids right there, boy. I mean, look, they give you the truth, but like lie about it a little bit. They tell you that the Earth has an atmosphere, and that's what keeps us safe from space. But I mean, it ain't an atmosphere. That's the firmament. And I stayed away from all that NASA stuff in this video because at this point, it's just making me mad. But that's going to be it for the video today. If you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, stuff like that. Make sure you guys stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.